Nobody likes a loser. And that's why nobody likes Democrats right now, because they just can't stop losing and they're complaining every damn day about it. Tough luck. Get over it, Democrats. Let me know what you think about the current predicament of Democrats right now. They once upon a time had the House, they lost it. Then they had the Senate, they lost it. Then they had the White House, and they thought nominating Kamala Harris to replace Joe Biden was going to somehow magically keep the White House in their hands. And they lost that too. Why? Because Democrats don't understand power. Power isn't theorized. It's spoken with conviction. And only the strong get to dictate the terms. You guys have heard the saying, to the victor goes the spoils. Well, in this case, that victor happens to be President Donald Trump. And he understands, I would say, better than anyone in modern politics, how to yield power effectively. And the Democrats, well, they don't even know the rules of the game that they're playing anymore. And so let's just start with the obvious. Trump wins because he sells victory. People feel better about the country when he's in charge. Just ask them. This isn't just my opinion, it's a fact. Since its return to office, voter optimism has surged. It's through the roof. And Democrats, they had their chance, but they squandered it. They had 4 years to do something. And in 4 years, they made everything worse. Almost 1 in 2 say the economy is strong today. That's the highest it's been since 2021. Imagine that. That sure as hell never happened under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, despite what Democrats or their friends in the media would have you believe. The numbers tell a simple truth. People believe in success, and they will always rally behind the guy who is successful and who is winning. And that happens to be Trump. Let's look at his approval. 52% in his first month back in office. 52% of the American people are saying Trump is crushing it right now. We never really saw that with Joe Biden. I wonder why. Hell, we never saw that with Kamala Harris either. Now, this isn't just support. This is a clear mandate. And Democrats keep saying, well, Donald Trump doesn't have a mandate. He doesn't have a mandate. Yes, he does. More than half of the country are saying, we're rocking with you, Mr. President. We like what you're doing so far. Now, that doesn't mean that Trump that Trump can do whatever he wants. It means Trump has to handle this with care. But so far, the people are saying we're liking what we're seeing, keep going. That is a mandate. And if you look at the Republican Party, they're pulling 51% approval for its leadership compared to Democrats who sit at a pathetic 35%. And yet Democrats keep saying that what Republicans are doing is destroying the country and they're taking away from poor people and they're destroying this minority group and that group. You guys had 35% approval. Nobody gives a shit what you guys think. No one cares what Democrats think. Nobody cares. You guys have lost across the board. And that crisis of confidence, you would think you would have learned something. The message from voters, Democrats, is clear. The Democratic Party is out of touch. It's out of options. And you all will be out of power for quite some time at the rate it's going because you have learned nothing. You've learned nothing. You don't get why you lost. And when you think about Trump, Trump is not just a politician. He's a brand. And he's a darn good one. He doesn't just understand marketing. He is marketing. And that's what makes him unique. That's what makes him effective as a communicator. When he speaks, people don't just listen. They actually believe what he says. And why? Because he talks about the world in the way that most people see it. When he tells people the system is rigged, people agree with him because they already knew that. When he tells people that Washington elites don't care about them, they agree because they felt it. Trump really taps into this primal thing in all of us, something unfiltered. And that's what separates Trump from Joe Biden, from Kamala Harris. That's what separates him from Democrats. Democrats never understood this. They believe politics is about policy papers and academic debates and carefully curated messaging. And there is a place for that. But the people they claim to fight for don't care about white papers. They just want results. They want government to work at its best levels to produce the greatest results for them. Democrats had 4 years. And in 4 years, they talked about how terrible Trump was and is, and what Trump wouldn't do, and what he shouldn't do. Instead of asking themselves, why do people keep supporting him? Instead of asking themselves, even after this most recent election, why did we lose? Why did so many Hispanic men and women vote for Trump? It wasn't because of misogyny or bigotry, as some Democrats said. Or why did so many black men in states like Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Texas vote for Trump. It wasn't because they're self-hating, as some Democrats said. They told voters that you were ignorant, you were wrong, you were racist, you were bigoted if you liked Trump, if you voted for Trump. And now, well, 58% of Americans say Trump is doing a better job than Joe Biden ever did. That's not just a rejection, guys, of the past. That's not just a rejection of what Joe Biden stood for, of what Kamala Harris stood for. It was a rejection and is a rejection of what Democrats in their current iteration believe, advocate, and stand for. People don't want it anymore, but they haven't learned anything. Their friends in the media haven't learned anything, because every point that we hear from a Democratic member of Congress or a Democrat on television or the supposedly non-biased news media is how terrible and how wrong and how bad Donald Trump is, and how everything Trump is doing is to harm this group or that group or to destroy the country. Yet 58% of Americans say he's doing a better job than Joe Biden ever did. If Joe Biden was so great, why were his numbers not far greater than this? If Trump was so bad, why would almost 60% of the country say he's doing a better job than Joe Biden? Maybe the arrogance and the hubris of Democrats should be minimized just for a moment. And maybe they should go look in the mirror and reflect on why they keep getting rejected, why no one wants to support what you're selling. People just aren't buying those stale bag of goods anymore. Even 2/3 of voters, many of them skeptical of Trump, say Democrats should wait and see before opposing him. Think about DOGE. Think about shrinking the size of government. Democrats have come out every single day talking about how terrible this is, how destabilizing it is, and yet voters are saying, give the guy an opportunity. That's a level of caution we have never seen given to a political party before, even by people who don't necessarily like Trump. They're just saying, let's wait and see, because some of what he's doing, I think, is needed. Why? Because the electorate is tired of blind opposition. They're tired of just saying, well, we're just going to be against Trump and Republicans because we're Democrats. That's not enough anymore. Maybe offer some solutions. Maybe figure out where you can work with Republicans and the president-elect to actually make this country run more efficiently, more effectively, and better for the American people. But that's not their game. Their game is to just oppose and say no, 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 and resist every time and every chance they get. But the American people don't want resistance for the sake of resistance. They want a government that works. And if Trump is the one delivering, well, they'll stick with him. They will stick with him because in politics, victories are the currency to keep that train running forward. And Trump understands that. Competence is currency. And Republicans understand that. The same can't be said for Democrats. But here's the truth. People don't follow weakness. I mean, think about it. When is the last time you followed a weak person? Whether it was a sibling, a friend, your spouse, hell, you probably got a divorce from him if it was a woman who was married to a weak man. Or maybe someone on your job who was your manager or supposed to be leading the company, and the company withered and didn't do well. It weren't meeting its metrics. It wasn't proving real results. No one likes a weak person. People like strength. They follow strength. And strength is exactly what Trump projects. There's no doubt about it. He does not come off as a weak man. He just doesn't, whether you like him or not. And Democrats can call him reckless. They can call him dangerous. They can even call him unhinged, which they always do. And they're already doing it again. And many in the media are doing it again. But let me just give them a reality check. None of that matters as long as Trump keeps winning. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that truly counts in politics is power. And right now, Trump is the one who holds all the cards. So my advice to Democrats, as they move forward, learn a thing or two from what these poll numbers are telling you. People don't want you to keep resisting. Learn a thing or two before you say Donald Trump is the worst president in modern history, or that he's doing a terrible job, because 58% of people in this country say he's doing better than your guy, Joe Biden. Ask yourself why Donald Trump won and Kamala Harris did not win. And stop blaming every damn thing on race. Oh, Hispanic people don't like black people, or black men don't want to see a black woman in power. Maybe, just maybe, people don't like what the hell you guys are selling. just maybe people don't like Democratic politics anymore. Just maybe people are tired of BS, nonsense, division-rooted politics. Maybe they're tired of arrogant, elitist, hubris people lecturing them about what is right, what should be better, why they aren't as smart, and why everything that they're doing is wrong. Maybe that's why you didn't win. But you don't even have enough humility to look in the mirror to actually ponder and reflect on why. And until you guys do, which I know you won't, Donald Trump and Republicans will continue to win over and over and over again, unless we on our side drop the ball. I'm sure Michael Singleton. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? The poll numbers don't lie. You can try to skew them however you want. Democrats might lie. Politicians always lie when their mouths are moving, but the numbers don't lie. And what the numbers show is simple. The American people like what they're seeing so far. They think it's better than what they saw under Biden and Harris, and they don't want Democrats opposing every single thing Trump is doing for the sake of opposing it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.